As a special treat today, you'll hear Dad's poem about his mate Joe. It is just beautiful. Now, over the last 3 weeks leading up to Anzac Day, the extracts are naturally focused on the war years. Last week, we heard that Dad joined the Army and after his initial training in Brisbane was assigned to I-Corps, the intelligence unit on Thursday Island. He was a private in Taurus Force 62nd, 9th Division, and got up to the usual things that soldiers do, played two up. And although he never smoked or drank before going into the Army, he discovered the lucrative trade in cigarettes and the numbing effect of alcohol as a way of coping with the war and living conditions on the islands. He saw his share of action too, but I couldn't get him to talk about it when we were working on his memoir. But he doesn't need to. As his poem about his mate Joe, it just paints the picture for you. It's a wonderful tribute and breaks my heart every time I read or hear that poem. The wonderful Mr. Earl Taylor will take up Dad's story from here.
Dengue fever was common. With little to do but wait for orders, another Bundaberg mate, Les Coonan, and I started a two-up game. There was a gully at the back of the camp and we held the game there out of sight, but everyone knew about the game, so we could have run it out in the parade ground. No one bothered us. Captain Lightbuddy came to me one day and said, "How much money have you got in that belt around your waist?" I said, "What belt?" He said, "I know you got a money belt there and you are running the two-up game." I said, "I know that you know because I've seen you playing there. What's this all about?" He told me that the boat bringing the currency up to pay the troops had been sunk and they were trying to get some money to pay some of the troops. I said, "Well, Coonan's your man, he's got heaps of it," because he was betting on the side. But I said, "But I've got 1,500 you can have," which they entered into my paybook. Coonan gave them £2,000, all in mixed denominations. So they were happy about that, and we did get it back eventually. Being in a theatre of war intensifies everything. Danger, boredom, friendship. I wrote a poem to my mate Joe, who died beside me in New Guinea. Joe. I saw him fight, I saw him die, I saw him bathed in blood. I saw him fall face forward in the thick New Guinea mud. He tried to rise and fight again. He fought a second time, till he slowly settled downward to die amongst the slime. Who was he? Well, I'll tell you. He was my mate named Joe, and a better mate I never knew, do I care to know. We shared our innermost secrets in a way few fellows do. We shared our innermost secrets in the way few fellows do. I knew his past and he knew mine, our future, well, who cared? We lived for what we two could scrounge, and what we got, we shared. But all good things come to an end, they have for ages past, and friendship such as mine and Joe's was much too good to last. Well, it wasn't the glorious ending they paint before you enlist, nor the kind they show in pictures with the hero being kissed by women who come from nowhere whilst the bullets buzz thick as flies, and whispers to him, "Joe, I love you," and holds his hand while he dies. There was none of the glamour they tell of, no woman to ease his pain. It was rather a filthy business, just the blood and the mud and the rain. But Joe to the last was a soldier, his part like a champion played, and the foxhole machine gun that got him I wiped out with a well-placed grenade. And I cried as I stood there bareheaded by the grave of my pal good and true, and I cursed the fate that had taken my mate and taken the heart from me too. And so in the jungle it ended, a hard enough tale to relate. To you, Joe represents just a tale, but to me, Joe was me mate.